Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're racing around RRL. This is round 3, which is Austria, and it's a sprint weekend. So we have 2 of these on our calendar, one in Austria, one in China. So that's round 3 and round 7. And yeah, here we go. We're 4 points behind Noel for the drivers. And I think we're a decent margin behind them in the constructors. I think maybe about 10 points or something. We're kind of far behind as of right now. So I'm doing my work. Frosty's missed last week, so we're going to be a little bit behind in points. It's a little bit rough. But let's see what we can do. And, you know, sprint weekend around Austria. We won Austria last season. So we're going to look to see if we can replicate that. And, yeah, let's get straight into this first lap.
What? I didn't mean to. Out of the mouth of a sailor.
And now, here we go. On to our first sprint quali lap.
Good luck.
On medium tires, so let's see what we can do.
I don't need good luck. I'm the f***ing goat.
I sent it deep into turn 1.
Fucking idiot. I sent it deep into turn 2!
Yeah! Karma!
God damn.
Karma! Yeah, get the f*** out of here.
Now, after that banter, here we go. On our first lap for quali in the sprint on the medium tire.
Okay, here we go again.
And
This is like insane.
last
It's
one
like,
was a mess
how
up.
slow can I go?
Turn 1, I mean, it was just
I'm
beautiful.
doing reverse quality. I really sent it deep into turn 2 again.
Now, so far, up, you know, a second and a half, but that's because I messed up the last quali lap. A little bit
I
rough
like barely missed
on the
my
turn there,
turn properly.
as you hear me say. And now in the point of my lap, I'm kind of contemplating if I should have went softs,
Why
because
was
this
the bird
run is really good.
submitting so many tickets?
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Like, let his driver submit. I want to get off the track so no one can see this dog shit lap I'm about to put in.
And now, coming through turn 9 here in a second.
Me?
Yes, you.
Through turn 9.
Why?
All the way down to 4th gear through turn 10. It wasn't the greatest, but we will come up to the line, and it will be a
It's a 105 on mediums.
105.055 on mediums, which so far, not too bad. I probably should have went on softs, and that would have been a lot better, but we will have to wait and see as we now start our final lap
I'm going. Good luck.
on soft tires. I'm going to be out with a lot of time left. Now coming through turn 1, it wasn't great. Already down a 10th. Going on a 10th and a half compared to that medium tire run I had earlier.
Mess up the first corner. I'm just gonna abort and go around again.
And as you hear me say, I'm just going to abort and go around one more time.
This guy's sitting behind me. This guy.
And as we do go back around here, we have Joey behind us. He wants that slipstream. And my teammate Frosty's, he is behind Joey.
Train of doom.
It's okay. Look, I'm here.
And we were having a little bit of antics before this, so not too crazy. Turn 1, not too bad. We're about neutral, actually going about half a tenth down to that medium tire lap. So far, not the greatest. It's upping towards the higher of a tenth down as I brake really early to make the corner. And I actually make time out of it. How? I don't know.
Broke very early, but I turned it into a good corner.
As you hear me say, but I'm only up about 300, sorry. A little bit of a stutter there.
Right was right in front of us, and he scared the f out of me.
As now 4 tenths has come out of nowhere and pushing 5 tenths now, as if I had nailed sector 1, how much further up would I have been? Going on just about,
I'm up 5/10s. It's probably not enough, but
as you hear me say, probably not enough. Purple sector 2 goes on into 4th gear. Everything I got all the way up to the line.
okay, and I just lost a tenth and a half in the final corner. P3, I'm behind
And it's a
Joshy.
104.737. And I lost about a tenth and a half in the final corner, which wasn't so great. But we move on.
Jesus Christ!
I was just in call with Sticky before this too. Jesus
Christ!
Christmas! Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
The sprint's basically my warm-up because I haven't played the game in like. Alright. Yo, Brandon, I made up a bunch of places now behind you.
What the fuck?
Yo, how you doing, bro?
Yo, go through, go through. No, don't hit! No! Andrew. Andrew.
You reject me.
It's okay, we're not using tire wear. Look at us, only guys on the grid!
As me and Frosties sit there and wait for everybody else to line back up.
Because I got DNF.
As here we go for the sprint race around Austria. It's lights out and away we go. We're on the medium tire. A couple guys around us on hard tires like Noel, our rival, and Endzone, who was our rival last season. As we're already up on the long side of Stiggy here, but we know Josh is way quicker.
Oh my fucking god!
And as you hear Frosty's screaming about, there's been a big crash behind in which...
What happened?
Sandwich! Go in! Oh my... I'm on top of a car!
And there's just a lot happening right now in
How
which...
is that? What is happening? Oh my god!
In which, now we're going to show you from Frosty's POV of what just happened. And...
Oh my fucking god! Ah!
What happened?
Sandwich! Go in! Oh my... I'm on top of a car!
What happened?
I was on top of a car. There's no damage.
Wait, what actually happened?
A lot of it.
And as you hear him say, he's pretty traumatized from what just happened. I would be too.
I don't think there's damage on. I really don't think there's damage on.
And I'm up to P3. He's fighting for lower points in the sprint now. So we just got to keep our head down and lock in because these two ahead of us are really quick and they're really flying right now.
Is that Joey in the back? That is Joey in the back. I saw it happen.
DRS now enabled. DRS
That was horrible, by the way. Like, the start was actually horrible. They went 4 wide into turn 1 and coming out of it, 4 people got into a collision. What was he about to do? What the hell? I set a fake dive bomb and it looked like he tried to kill me.
And now 3 laps later, this is the first bit of movement we've seen all race between this top 3 and Joshy and Stiggy.
Damon spun. Remain slow. What is happening?
These two are going at it as there's a lot happening near Frosties.
First.
As I know both of these two are a lot quicker than me.
Pull back into this fight.
So I'm gonna start ramping up and try to kick in to start getting towards the front of this train. And now the hard runner's back into it. Stiggy, Joshy, me, then Endzone and Noel both on hards. They're the only 2 on hards. And I wouldn't doubt that these tires start kicking up any moment now.
6 seconds.
Now I understand it now. Hello, Romain. Dude, he's like that Lil Uzi Vert song.
Okay.
Sorry. Not turning on DRS! He doesn't have it! I'm through! Ah! Slime! My bad. We're in lap 4. How? What's happening?
And as you can hear in the background, Frosty's a little bit confused. We're talking about the tire wear. The tire wear right now is not the greatest, and this is the new tire feature in F125. And as we get the pass done on Joshy and we're in the lead, we go a little bit deep because I didn't want to get hit.
Okay, Lomain is stupid
And now
and
these
doesn't know how to
two
use his
behind
DRS
us are
button.
side by side. Stiggy and Joshy, they were side by side. I want Joshy to fight Stiggy, and maybe I can get a little bit of a pull away. Go a little bit defensive. Letting Stiggy know I want to stay ahead.
He actually doesn't know how to use
And
DRS.
now I'm
That's
just
insane.
starting to pull ahead. I want to stay ahead, and I want Joshy and Stiggy to fight the guys behind, and hopefully I can just keep the lead. It's lap 5 only, and there's been barely any movement between us 3. And Endzone and Noel are currently charging up the track, and these guys are going to be flying.
I either need Stiggy to come with me or drop them. He's got to pick.
Oh, that's the gravel. Holy shit. Me and Romain are actually having an insane battle right now. Yes, DRS.
I just got hit.
I'm afraid
I got
spin?
no, but I got a 3-second for it.
As Joshy got ahead, and I got pushed deep by end
Oh, I got
zone
removed.
and got the 3-second. I already had 2
Why?
before that because I've been working and trying to get towards the front because I'm not really quicker than anybody in this top 3. So I'm trying to push. I might not be quicker than any of these other guys in the top 5. I might just be lucky to be up here with my pace. As I'm trying to push now, I have to get ahead of Joshy, and hopefully Joshy actually lays back. He knows I have a 3-second. Maybe I can stay ahead, and he can just
38.
use me as like a DRS spring, and he can, you know, potentially just stick behind me and quote-unquote win the sprint.
Okay, so
But anyways, starting lap 10,
12.6
I have to start
seconds.
cooking up how I'm gonna get past Joshy. As about a lap later now, I'm starting to get on that charge. I want to get past Joshy here and now, and I'm looking to do so. I've got a little bit more battery. I have the DRS. I'm looking down the inside. I'm gonna make it down. I have a little bit too much heat, in
My
which I
tires are so fried, it's insane.
back off, give him the place back, and I actually have DRS, so
61%
I'm gonna be
back left.
immediately on the power, on the battery, and I'm gonna try and get ahead. I'm gonna try and stay ahead down into turn 4, in which I do stay ahead. I get everything done, and I get away, and I stick ahead just for now. And I'm hoping he stays behind. Noel, Endzone, and Stiggy about a second back off of me, but they're only about 5-6 tenths off of Joshy. As I'm actually losing him a little bit here. I'm hoping maybe I could try and run away with this, but I'm actually gonna start to save battery through the start of next lap. Hopefully use it all on that main straight, and then potentially stay
Yeah, my
ahead.
tires just hit 60%.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
If I finish this in first, I win the sprint.
Are you... Brandon,
What?
if I finish in first, I win the sprint.
Yes, but I have a 3-second. That's what you're not understanding.
As now coming down on this back straight, I have no battery left, and I'm trying to defend
If I
on
win-
Joshy, and I go down the
Yeah.
inside. I stick it, and
Oh my
Noel
God.
sticks his nose.
Noel or somebody just spun each other.
Noel stuck his nose down the inside and spun Joshy, and Joshy went from P2,
I don't think I
provisional
touched him.
P1, all the way down to P5, and Noel only lost 1 spot,
Endzone a
2
free
spots
P2
in the
though.
making.
Okay, clear.
And that gives Endzone a free P2. Stiggy was already P3. So nothing changes for him as we come down through turn 9, all the way down through turn 10, making sure I get no more warning so I can get this penalty removed, all the way up to the line, and it'll be a sprint win for the books, as that penalty did later on get removed. And I mean, it was just a great drive. Unfortunate for Joshy to get spun there, but I mean, every point matters.
2 floors crashed.
Yeah.
As now we round the final corner. All my other quality laps I actually invalidated, besides a old medium run at the beginning
Okay,
of
just
quali.
2 laps of
So now
fuel
I'm running on
remaining.
brand new soft tires for the race. Down into turn 1. We're down already. Down to 10th. Turn 1 is not my favorite. I think it's my least favorite in the entire
My
track.
mediums run first corner was so nice. I'm never gonna be able to replicate it.
I haven't been able to set a proper lap on softs. Insane.
And now I'm just barely gaining time.
Yeah, no,
As-
my mediums run was insane.
As the William pulls off to the side, down into this tight hairpin.
Brandon,
You
let
gotta
us
make
lock
sure
in.
you get it
You are both.
properly.
Last right now.
Rossi says to lock in. And I locked in immediately. Up 4
Because I haven't
tenths.
been
Up,
able to set a lap. My
4.5
only lap is
tenths.
the one on mediums.
up 5 tenths. And the numbers
You said
going
lock
up.
in, and I immediately went up 5 tenths.
And
Well,
I'm
like
starting to
two
lose some of
here.
it. Down into the lower 4 tenths range. Into the 3 tenths range. Let's nail the last corner. And I get it done. Up to about 5 tenths across the line.
P5.
It's a 104.814 P5 as of right now, in which I'm not as quick as these guys ahead. I don't know how they're doing it. And as we finish it all, we will be P7. I'm going to start on hards. All the rest of these guys are going to be mediums, but I'm going to start on hards. So,
Oh, Jody just slowed down and I touched him.
And I've done it again. Don't get to warm my
Here,
tires up.
Brandon, what's with you crashing on formation laps?
And I immediately go and tell Jody my bad, and he slid, and it was just a little bit rough. But that's besides the point. Now, as everybody lines back up to the grid, and we get ready to go racing, hopefully not touching anybody during the race. There's 5 red lights, and away we go for the main race around Austria. Round 3 of RRL. And Jody got a great launch, and already I have Zoni up my inside. And he actually ends up turning in on my teammate. And
Hook and
they
sinker.
just-
See you later, pal. Oh my god.
and they both just went.
Somebody
Into
just
the
hooked his
wall.
tire and he just got ditched.
Yes, it was me. He like burned into me.
Now playing a little bit safe, and
Okay, I just got spun.
the McLaren and RB actually spin me, and it was 2 floors and
I
Stiggy.
got spun.
So basically, I've just had a grid penalty, and I just got taken out completely. So now we have to start
Tell me not
all
to
the
do
way from
quali
the
at that
back.
rate, then. Oh, that's f***ing annoying.
And as you can hear, I'm not the happiest with that, because now I'm all the way in the back. I'm behind a laggy Eamon, so I'm going to shoot and try and get past him immediately. Down the inside, I gave him a little bit of a bump.
Lost so many positions because I.
But we're going to get the move done. He's laggy, so I don't know what it looked like on his end. And we're immediately up in the P15. Up 1 spot from our new starting position. And I'm not happy at all. So we got a lot of work to do.
I lost so many positions because I got spun.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Do it. Oh my god.
Oh, squeeze right in. Oh my god. I can't.
Brandon?
I'm between 2 cars. Not much I can do.
Now, in a bit of a sandwich here. Barely clipped the back
I
of his
like
car.
barely clipped the back of your car and let you go.
And now
I just
Eamon
got
gets
so much
by.
understeer is insane.
Look out for a bit of
And
understeer
I'm
as
already
you
back
speed
down to
far ahead.
P16, where I started. So immediately going to challenge end zone into turn 3. Down the outside, I'm going to look to get the move done. I'm going to have a little bit of slipstream. I'm going to use the battery. And the move's done. I'm going to slot in right behind Eamon. And hopefully this next pass on Eamon's going to be a little bit cleaner than the last time around here. So, a lot of work to do. Eamon is the last hard runner ahead, besides Noel, who's all the way up in P5. So we got a lot of work to do. And he's our main championship rival, Noel, up there. So he's sitting really good right now. And as you can see, Eamon's lagging everywhere.
Eamon's lagging behind you.
Joshy had the fastest lap, but 2 floors took it away. Would much rather have a Mercedes than the McLaren have it. Don't really want to fight too much with the McLarens for the constructors, and same thing with Aston. Those are our 2 main rivals this season. And now a little bit later in this lap, Eamon's starting to have a little bit of tire trouble. Don't know how this early, as he goes deep into the final corner. I'm going to take the opportunity to pounce at it. DRS, so does he, but the battery game, and I got a better exit. All the way up into P14, get the move done. A little bit of tire
my
hooking.
God.
And he's going to immediately give the position back as
I don't
he's
understand. I
dropped
don't.
me down to P15, and I have to get past end zone once again. And that one's not going to be easy as is.
I leave him the room and everything.
And now as we start the next lap, end zone was lagging, so we just got a free place, so everything we got back. First warning goes up, and now
This
we're on the
sucks
back of our
because
teammate.
Noel's in that top 5 kind of.
Oh my god.
Okay,
His
we've got
car
the
is in the air.
The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive.
There's no way.
Oh my God.
I can get
Slow
that
down,
removed.
maintain positive delta.
And that was a
Yeah.
flying McLaren.
You saw
He
that,
was
right?
in
Yeah.
the air.
Okay.
He was in the air.
Yeah, I saw.
I saw the. Oh my god.
And after a little bit of a scar there, 2 laps later, safety car's going in. I gained 5 positions off of medium runners behind me pinned onto hards. So I'm in a little bit of a
Curious when Joey
predicament
goes.
here. As I'm behind
Probably on
old
the last
rival
corner, I would
Rassam from last season of RRL Div 2.
Oh, what the hell?
I beat him by the time it hit round 8 or 9. I don't really remember.
Joey went out
But
of
here
the
we
last
go.
corner.
Sweet flag.
Joey, our real close friend, starts his first ever restart for safety cars. Rassam actually goes off the track, and he keeps full momentum.
Rassam went off the track and left all his momentum on the table. Like, he didn't lose
as we have a hot end zone on our tail. So P1, 2, and 3 from last season Div 2 is in P6, 7, and 8. And the three of us are fighting to get up that train as we're all on old hard tires. And the ZLM up ahead in the RB, struggling a little bit on these medium tires. He's on older medium tires as well as Joey and Jody. So the only one on older, or actually newer tires would be Stiggy behind me. As I look down the inside of Rasami, leaves the room, and I didn't actually send it.
Force Rasam into an uncomfortable position, and that's a free place.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
I have 2 warnings. CLM has a 3-second.
And speak of ZLM, we got past him pretty easily
Nose through.
on the straight up ahead now, and we're gonna catch up to these guys ahead. And there was a big pileup, and we had to go around the outside, and we get a
nearly
3-second
killed
for it.
Knight.
Okay, we've been given
And
a time penalty.
now,
It will go
side by
against
side
that
with
finishing
ZLM
time at the
again,
end of the race.
and
Now
I have
you
to
head
push
down,
to get into the
let's get it
DRS
done.
ahead, because if I don't, I'm gonna be in the mud. But it shouldn't be too bad because Jody and Joey are both on old medium tires. But here's the problem now: Noel's leading the race on older hard
I'm starting to wonder
tires.
if I can make these tires go 20 laps.
And as you hear me talking about how long can I make these tires last, and about 5 laps later, I didn't really make much progress. So I went on to new mediums, so we only have 1 stop left after this. It'll be on mediums again. So hopefully we get saved by a safety car. Maybe screw over Noel, who's still in P1. But those guys on
They've
old
caught up
hards
to Noel.
are catching up to Noel and caught up quick.
Those new hard runners are going to be good right now, but towards the end they might be, or they are going to be messed up.
As you hear me say, those newer hard runners that pitted under safety car,
Yeah,
they're
this
in
is such
heaven.
a fuel saver.
As I overfueled a
I
lot,
didn't know.
and I didn't know that it was saving fuel more than anything. I'm saving fuel, not a lot, but just little by little as these laps go on. And now, as I say these laps go on, 2 laps later, we're right behind Jody, and Enzone's right above, or in front of him there, sorry. And getting past Jody, you know, not touching him this time on this main
Nice move.
straight.
Keep going.
Now, coming onto this back straight, right behind Endzone, purple sector 1. Endzone's got the fastest lap, though, and right now I'm flying. These new medium tires doing me well. Endzone
Mediums definitely can't go 16 laps, by the way.
down the outside
Yeah,
of
I know.
Endzone, giving him enough room. And he actually loses it. And he's just
It's so
lost the car so much. And he drops the P10. And he's actually going to drop 1 more spot to the Red Bull, I think. Or the RB, sorry. I'm not too sure. But as of right now, he's still P10. And there's Noel, our championship rival, right ahead. Behind Joey, who's on hard tires that he wants to last until the end. As we come on to this main straight, Noel says the fastest lap, and I take it away from him. Noel is on newer tires by 1 lap than me. And he's got no penalties, no warnings. Or at least that I know of. And he is killing it. And I'm hoping Joey can slow him down, and I can hopefully get past Noel. And now about 6 laps later, nothing has happened between me and Noel besides us catching Joey. Joey's on these older hard tires, and it's not really doing him well. And now, coming through these turns, Noel goes a little bit wide. I take my advantage, my little opportunity, go down the inside of him, giving him the room. I push him a little bit wide, and I was going to pit this lap, go for an undercut, but I say never mind, as I'm ahead of Noel, and I want to stay ahead of Noel. I don't have the battery to do so. I probably should have went in ahead of him, but I was scared he would have copied me, as now I'm on the battery, I'm on the DRS.
Okay, we're boxing this lap
And
against the best
I don't have
lap you
much.
can.
I have 15%, 16% battery, and I'm right behind Joey. And I cut the corner and I get a 6
That's
second.
6 seconds. Noel doesn't even have a single penalty.
And I'm just torn apart. And Noel's starting to catch up. He's got a lot more battery. I'm going to defend from him, and I actually just nearly clip the back of Joey, and I go deep, and I forfeit the position just to Noel right here. And he just pulls ahead,
Look at me, man.
and there's nothing I can do.
It's terrible race. Oh my god.
As Joey, who was actually ahead of us, he
I'm
pits
going out.
onto mediums, and he somehow made his tires last. And if I had undercut, it probably would have been a lot better. He's
So what
now 2
happened?
seconds
Now
up
I'm
the
in the top
road,
10.
and I'm immediately fighting end zone, As I look down the inside, my tires are a lot newer, a lot better. Mediums to hards. And I'm going to get the move done, leave him room. And there's a Goat Zaidu Luca on my right side. And I hold them both off and
Joey
start to
just
pull
salvaged
away.
his race, by the way.
Yeah.
And Joey somehow saved his race, as you hear
He's
me
on the same
say.
exact tires as me, and he's ahead of me.
Oh my god.
And now, about 6 laps
Yes,
later,
but he was
Noel
second
actually
place.
pit from the lead. And he
I
pit
don't
from the
like
lead
that.
because his tires were about to just explode. And
Or he
now
was first place. one
I'm
of the two.
all over the back of Zoni. Noel's in P9, and his teammate, or reserve driver for the day, Cohen, my teammate in DRZ, is actually in P2. And Joshi is pulled away in P1. And he's looking for his first ever league win and his first win in RRL.
I see Noel now. Yeah, there's no way I'm staying ahead of Noel because I have 6 seconds. He has none.
As now we go into turn 1, and
Okay, force me off.
Zoni pushes me off the track, and I get the move done.
Force me off the fucking track. man.
And I get the move done, and I stay ahead, and he's just 8 tenths down the road already. As I need to stay as far ahead
Hold me up, force me off. No matter what you want.
of Noel, and end zone is my benchmark.
Zone and
He's
Noel
at
to fight
5.7,
really hard until the end of this race. Cohen's tires have fallen off a bridge. Joshy's gonna win it.
and now seeing that Joshy's pretty much won this race,
He's having
and
connection issues.
Stiggy's P2, Joey's P3, he got past
His
Cohen,
AI just pitted him.
It's insane.
and
Final lap.
Zoni's AI pits him on the final lap as we're starting to catch Cohen.
He's serving 10 second, changing his tires on final lap.
And like I said, poor Zoni. And we're starting to catch Cohen here, and Cohen's tires are done. And he just loses the car completely. He spins, and I'm all over the back of Cohen. And we're immediately going to
Cohen
go
made
up
a
the long
mistake.
side of him.
He's just pushing me.
And a little bit of Mercedes banter between the teammates here as I go down the inside.
What are you doing?
And we get the move done. And he's just going to be dropped immediately.
I don't understand. It's gonna be P5 because Noel's gonna catch me, but
About to get a puncture.
again,
I didn't get a puncture last time, I just spun.
there you go, Joshy. There you go, Joshy. Yeah, I'll take P5. If I can get a 3 second off, then it was good.
I'm going to get
I
P14.
think I'm ahead of Noel now. Or we're very close.
And very close we still are. The gap is still 4 points. But in the drivers, in the constructors, it's a little bit of a difference, 17 points. So we got a bit of work to do. But, overall, not too upset from the day because we started 7th, dropped all the way down to 16th, came back to 5th. You can't be mad about it. A couple of penalties because of me pushing, but overall, happy days. And up next is Jeddah. So I'll see you guys then. See ya.